My family's ranch has been here since before the interstate was paved. We're the last big spread left this close to town, and we've held on to it no matter how many HOAs pop up like mushrooms around us. The newest neighborhood, Willow Ridge Estates, sits right up against our south pasture. Fancy houses, identical mailboxes, and a homeowners association that thinks they can boss everyone around, even folks who aren't part of their little cookie-cutter kingdom. They've been a nuisance since they broke ground, complaining about our cows wandering too close to their manicured lawns, fussing about the smell of manure, and sending us friendly reminders to consider the neighborhood's visual appeal. Grandpa just laughed every time he got one. Then came the SUV incident. One Saturday morning, Grandpa and I rode the ATV out to check the fence line. That's when we found it. A shiny black HOA-branded SUV, parked smack in the middle of our pasture, blocking the gate we used to move the herd between fields. We looked around. No note, no driver, just fresh tire tracks cutting up the grass. We waited a bit, thinking someone might show up. Nobody did. So we called the HOA office number stenciled on the SUV's door. Some uppity woman answered. She said the HOA president, Mr. Collins, parked it there temporarily while he inspected the adjoining property line and would move it at his convenience. Grandpa asked, "At his convenience?" She said, "Yes, sir." Like she was doing us a favor. Grandpa didn't take kindly to that. He told me, "Go get the jumper cables." I did as I was told. Grandpa, who's been running electric fence lines since before the HOA lady was born, walked me through his plan. We didn't damage the SUV, not directly. He just connected the bumper to the electric fence that runs along our property line. It wasn't enough to fry anything. Just enough juice to give a good zap if anyone tried to grab the door handle. About an hour later, we heard the shouting. Mr. Collins had shown up in his golf shirt and loafers, all high and mighty until he grabbed the SUV's door handle and got a healthy shock. He jumped back like he'd seen a rattlesnake. He spotted us standing by the fence and stormed over, ranting about illegal booby traps and how he'd call the sheriff. Grandpa tipped his hat and said, "It's an electric cattle fence, son. Been here 50 years. Maybe don't park your yuppie clown car on private property next time." Sure enough, the sheriff showed up, but he's an old friend of Grandpa's. After hearing the story, he nearly doubled over laughing. He reminded Mr. Collins that trespassing is still illegal in this county. No matter how fancy your HOA is, Mr. Collins had to get his wife to come help him move the SUV because he was too scared to touch it again. Grandpa didn't disconnect the fence until we got a handwritten apology and a promise they'd never park on our land again. Since then, the Willow Ridge crowd keeps their distance. Grandpa still cackles about it every time we pass that gate. "Next time," he says, "maybe I'll wire it to the barn's old siren too."